All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some NA tiebreakers to make it to that Final Four bracket where you have two more chances, I guess. It's the winners losers bracket to qualify for TI, where you will meet up with Planet Odd as well as Team Freedom are already there, and then two of these three teams, Wheel, DC, and Cole, are fighting for those two more spots, and pretty much Wheel is fighting for their life right now. If Wheel loses here, it's done. DC versus Cole won't even get played. There's no reason. Wheel's already lost 2. Doesn't matter what happens there. But if Wheel ends up winning this game, we will see DC versus Cole. If somehow a rock, paper, scissors thing happens, you know, here's DC.
You mean if the
Cole.
wheel keeps spinning?
If it keeps spinning, we're going to have a time rating thing. Once again, I don't want to get too deep into that because you don't know. It's a this or it's a that kind of thing. So we're right into the draft, though.
That looks like Kirby right now, actually.
Kirby?
That looks like Kirby, right?
Oh yeah, it kind of does. Well, oh wait, it's now I think it's either Kirby or yeah, you're right. It's like a little fish. That's his arm and that's his face or his wing. Yeah, you're right. Nice, Jack. Clockwork first pick by DC. Interesting. Obviously, the old DC was Captain Planet Odd, was captained by Blitz, and Blitz has been said to not really like Clockwork anymore. So.
Yeah, he came in and gave us his whole spiel about it. He's like, you know, this hero maybe a little bit overrated in some sense, but it kind of depends on the player too. Like,
I think it's
we've seen, you watch Aoi play it, right?
Yeah.
And he's just on point. He's everywhere where he needs to be. Yeah. Other times it feels like the hero feels a little limp, like doesn't really do that much, and you know, doesn't get experience, has no impact on the game, and just dies or feeds cogs.
That's the problem. Yeah, and any chance it's gonna be that second pick, Shadow Fiend with the Clockwork? Or do you want to give away something like that? You see a puck now. Now, obviously, there could be a Drow pickup still, but no Shadow Fiend, or you think maybe?
It could be. I think they could also be okay if it invites a ban from the Shadow Fiend. Yeah. It's just, you know, one of the good things about Clock is obviously that versatility in terms of position, but teams aren't really running it as a 3 as much.
Yeah.
It's felt a little underwhelming as a 3 just because, like, it kind of feels like he does the same thing. Like, he's not a hero that will do consistent rounds of like damage. Like, he's kind of dependent on that one round of spells. And so, you know, having him as a 3, he's a little bit more durable, but he doesn't like offer that much more.
Here we go, a classic right here. Crystal Maiden and Puck. Obviously, we've seen. I mean, the biggest one was EG over at the Manila Masters. They were first picking pretty much Puck CM every game if they could, and it pretty much won them the finals uncontested because Puck can just harass mid, do whatever she wants, and then, I mean, if needed, go to the jungle. Pretty much self-sustaining as a Puck, which is nice. And then Crystal Main just helps every lane out. Of course, that W is a little more expensive, so you have to be cool at level 1. You don't want to blow all your load right at once. You need to save at least by 1 clarity, then you have 2 Ws.
Yeah, there's the Nyx and the Sand King still available in the pool as well for DC, but they're not going to go with either. They're going to go grab that Rubik.
Yeah. Do you think DC thought they were playing Cole? They banned out the Shadow Shaman, and I've never seen Wheel play Shadow Shaman, but maybe they're just doing this in advance. This is like a practice draft for Cole. They're like, all right, let's pretend we're playing versus them maybe, and Clockwork Rubik.
Wheel banned the Venomancer, so they both think they're playing against Complexity. What's going on here?
What's that, Wheel? You just lost versus them. You know you're not playing them unless you think it's a best of 3, and some crazy's going on. So the Rubik, obviously just a good hero in general. We've seen Complexity, actually. They have played it quite a bit for the Demon.
You got the instant disable against Puck. Puck spells are all very nice to steal for the Rubik. And then, you know, obviously you get to steal them with no cast animation. And then, no cast delay, rather. And then a lot of magic damage coming out with the first 2 picks, like Rubik, you know, as much as this is a factor as well, like his aura is going to ultimately help out against that as well. So.
Yeah. Weaver gets banned out by Wheel. Sand King gets banned out. Obviously, we've seen. I'm actually really surprised they didn't go for the Mad Sand King. It's been really good, but we've also seen him playing he's one of the few who's been playing a super good Kunkka lately. So Crystal Main plus Kunkka is not that bad of a duo. I wouldn't doubt if Wheel actually ends up picking up if it doesn't get banned. On the other side, have we seen any offline Clockworks at all? This tournament, I want to say we've seen 1, but I can't even think of it. It's been almost all 4, I think.
I can't either. I don't recall seeing 1 either. It's just, like,
Yeah.
It just feels a little underwhelming. It just feels like he does the same thing. I mean, he gets the levels up faster. Maybe you get...
That's it. Maybe farm a little quicker, but, I mean, you don't really... I mean, an Aghanims isn't that important until the late game, you know? You just need that one initiation, because 5v5 fights are going to happen, and Drow does get banned by DC, so more than likely just going to be that middle Puck.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we've seen, again, Drow paired with Puck in the offlane so often. Although, it would be a little bit tougher maybe to pick Drow into this kind of Clockwork lineup. And with the Rubik's early presence as well, like, also useful as a roamer, so I'm not sure if they would have wanted to go Drow. So.
Yeah, and Drow lineups, I mean, do you really want to put your whole tournament life on the line with a Drow lineup? We saw Freedom, not their tournament life, but their TI spot in a BO1 with a Drow, and that did not work out versus NP very well. NP just looked on a different level the entire time, besides that one loss to Freedom, which was a real weird draft by both teams. They've looked good, so it's hard to look in too much into what happens there. Now Wheel gets the next pick.
This has been an interesting team. They got off to that really good start in Kiev, right, in the group stage. Bulba feels a little bit like he was known for being like a coach with good drafting and all that, but he seems a little bit hesitant about some of his own ideas or concepts. He's been asking around a lot, I think, for a lot of different influences and ideas for stuff. So I'm not sure if they have as firm of a grasp on how they want to play this patch as, say, NP does.
Yeah.
And you've seen some games that look kind of oddly out of place for them, or games where they draft well but maybe don't execute so well. So we'll have to see. I mean, they have been favoring the Enigma as well, so we've seen, like, with the Rubik pickup as well, or a Silencer, they use that to kind of protect their own Enigma pick. It's been a reliable offlane for it's a hero that some teams like a lot more than others, and they've certainly been a fan of it as well.
Yeah,
so.
they have. And Ricky pickup, there's the mad hero now. The roaming kind of Ricky, we haven't seen what we saw Z-Freak play it once, I believe, and maybe one other time, but it's interesting. I guess because the Rubik Clockwork are more than likely your 4 and 5. Ricky kind of punishes that Rubik if he goes middle. That's not bad. It kind of makes you not pick a squishy. Well, you're going to pick a squishy. I mean, there's not really any not squishy middles. And Legion Commander by DC. Man, Legion Commander is... When's it going to start getting banned in that second phase? Because it has just been permanently picked in that 3 or 4 spot every time.
It's a very difficult hero for them to harass out given their current lineup situation, and I like the Ricky. I think Annihilate has been one of their standout players for sure, and they're gonna want to have that roaming presence to secure him a good game. So in this case, they have the CM and the Ricky basically to both augment whatever comes out of that mid lane. I think it makes a lot of sense. We've seen Annihilate just go crazy in some of these games and basically carry them. So
and there we go. As you said, I Annihilate Mayor McBootyface as he goes by in game. We're not insulting him, obviously, Jack. Even though that is a pretty cool nickname, not really an insult at all. Troll. Interesting pick there. Usually in that carry lane, trying to get what, like phase boots Vlad's, get an early push going, maybe get an early Roche. Not much. I mean, it could be middle troll. We've seen middle troll before. I'm not a big fan of it.
I think it'll more likely be in the safe lane. This is a hero that's a little bit less afraid of being bullied by the Legion Commander. He starts hitting from the very beginning, and he hits back if Legion wants to man up on him, so he's not really afraid of that.
Yep, and here you go. They don't ban out the Shadow Fiend, so DC is going to pick it up. I wonder if they're like, do we really want to do Shadow Fiend? I mean, obviously, Shadow Fiend with Clockwork helps versus the Puck, but you have a Shadow Fiend versus a Ricky now, so it's going to be a definite battle of the Sentry Wards middle for the first couple of minutes, I have a feeling, and if somehow Wheel ends up winning that battle of Sentry Wards and the Shadow Fiend's just in a ton of trouble, could be bad. But they have another pick, so...
Yeah, another thing to look at is, like, the Ricky almost guarantees a bit of a 2-on-2 situation in mid. So, if you end up doing that, like, that frees up things for the Puck, because then either the Rubik or the Clockwork isn't there to harass him or select. So oftentimes, like, you pick the 4 not just to pressure the other mid and help yours, but to help free up your offlaner a little bit as well.
Yep. And the Razor banned out now by Wheel. They don't want to just get ran at. I mean, you get a Razor, you have an SF with that early farm he's gonna get, and they're just gonna run at you, and they don't really have anything to stop that, right? Ricky does not do anything versus 5-man lineups at all.
Yeah, Razor's been seen as kind of a counter to the troll, of course, in some ways. There is still Lena available in the pool.
Oh, man.
DC going with the Bristleback.
It's a very kind of naked Bristleback, but as you guys said on the panel before, Bristleback doesn't need that much. He needs some stacks. Obviously, he's better with an Io or a Crystal Maiden, but once he gets that Soul Ring, I mean, he's pretty self-sustaining at that point.
Yeah, this gives them more lane flexibility too. Like, you can run the Legion Commander in the safe lane if you want, and you can actually put the Bristleback up against the Troll.
Yeah.
I don't think he's too worried about being killed by the Troll early on. So like, there's some options that he's opened up here.
Yep. And Necrophos, so I mean, people say it's a bristle counter. I understand why they say it. I don't really see it the same way. I just think, I mean, it's an offlane Necrophos, so it's the middle puck and the carry troll like we thought. I really have to say I like DC's draft a little bit better. This Ricky has to do a lot, and when you're putting that much stock into your Invis hero who can be countered by simple items, it's gonna be kind of tough.
Yeah, the Necro is interesting. We've seen this hero picked up a lot against these kind of strength cores.
Yeah.
He's seen, like you said, as kind of an answer to the Bristleback. So we'll have to see if they put the two bottom in their safe lane again, which they've been pretty prone to do just habitually throughout this tournament after them sending the Troll top.
Yeah. 5 seconds remaining. And this is it. I mean, if Wheel loses here, we will know that DC will go on with complexity and I mean, that's a lot of people expected, right? It's going to be so that would make it DC, Cole, Planet Odd, and Freedom. And I think those four were probably I think this is pretty much exactly how everyone thought it would play out. NP in first and those four in the playoff brackets, so should be interesting. But
maybe ultimately after all that pizzazz yesterday, we end up getting the balance of power that we thought would be.
Indeed, and man, Abed 10k MMR, battle level 30. Oh, always got to scroll over it. My boy Mayor McBooty Slam. I thought it was McBooty Face. Did I say that last time? That was on me. It's McBooty Slam.
The Chinese word in Mad's profile picture means calm, peace, and quiet. So, contrast to the Mad.
Oh yeah, he is, and he is definitely one of those calm people. He is. It's still blue. Were you casting that game with me when he called the aggressive "It's a disaster"?
No, you came back and spoke in excited whispers about it, but I was not there firsthand.
That guy never does it. That was when they beat Complexity. Now he has to feel a little bit bad, right? They beat Complexity twice. Neither of those games matter. Sorry, bud. Lost the one that maybe did matter, and now Wheel is on their back foot. They're on the gas pedal, and they don't want to stop right now. Orb of Venom on the Ricky has 2 sentries. My man is ready to win this sentry battle that we said is going to happen middle. And now we see the cogs just being farmed up here with Mason and Abed. Obviously, I mean, if you are a noob and you're watching this, Bulba cogs, Mason attacks a cog once, and then Abed attacks the same one.
Yep, build up those souls.
Yep, and you can get 3 each time.
Those poor cogs getting their souls stolen like Shang Tsung.
Yep. Old Shang Tsung, I miss it, man. What was your favorite fighting game as a kid, Jack?
I like Mortal Kombat. I like Liu Kang because he was easy to play. Like his high fireball, low fireball, the kick, and then like the 5-second like bicycle kick. They're all so easy to execute, you know? Yeah. I enjoyed that. I don't like those like, you know, I'm a little bit slow in the hand, so I don't really like those like super technically hard to play
yeah.
You know. So.
Yeah, is this the first time ever, not in a pro game, I'm sure it's happened before, a 4 bounty rune. And that all comes down, right? Shadow Fiend and Bristle Sat to, I mean, they're securing Abed this.
I was going to point this out, like a curious lack of early game activity. Usually you see both teams like TPing out with smoke to play some wards.
Yeah.
They didn't even, it's like they didn't know when the game started. They were just AFK or something and gave up all 4 bounty runes without a contest. That's got to...
Oh, wow. I can't believe they placed an observer ward right there.
Well, that's something as well. When you're Ricky and you place an observer on the hill in mid, you have to be careful because you assume the other team's going to have sentries, and then it just becomes a value D ward when you do something like that. So
I'm not liking that play. Bottom lane, though, we see Mad harassing Forev pretty well here. Gets one more Venom hit. Nope, can't quite get it. He has 2 sentries, though. Bulba has 0 now with 1 already being placed. Top lane, Derp. Oh, you got to hit that creep, bro. Oh, no. Bulba's going to steal it. And he does. Bulba steals it. He has cogs first. Probably won't be a kill. Well, no, it might. Yeah, it's going to be a kill.
CM's 275, one of the slowest heroes in the game. Bulba's moving at 360.
Does he have demon jukes?
I don't think so. One more slap and that'll do it. So a disastrous start there for the Crystal Maiden.
Not only did the Crystal Maiden she didn't get the creep kill, she died. The counter ward middle, and I mean, look at this Ricky. He's confused if he should go mid or he should go bottom. This is, as you said, very disastrous right now already for the raid. It's just 1-0.
I think there's a strategy behind it. I think they were like, listen, we're going to give up the bounty rooms. That way when we kill them, we'll get more gold.
And they're up. After losing 4 bounty runes, they're up gold already. Oh, whoa, well, possibly. Maybe a bash. He actually gets a bash. Will it be enough, though? He doesn't have overwhelming odds. Oh, poor man's shield. A little too good. Very close to a kill, though, with that bash. And now Dota 2 getting a pull. He gets the range creep, which is important.
Yeah, and Bulba is just...
Rubik, nice.
I thought he was going to keep going. I thought he was just going to follow this Crystal Maiden around. Like, you know, like sometimes in those games where Axe is jungling and you got somebody just like on his ass the whole time. That's what I was expecting to see this time.
Yep. And we have Cogs actually coming out top. They're going to lift the Necro, and he gets pushed back after the throw by the Cogs. And my man is going down here. Unfortunately, does not have the Ghost Shroud extra heal. And 2-0, DC leads now.
Bulba is also one of those, it feels like he's kind of a feast or famine player. Like some games I remember, like Sand King or something like during the summit, he was just making plays. He was just going in on people. But then other games he feels almost oddly absent, or the rotations aren't paired with very well. And it seems kind of weird. So it's hard to say. Like when Bulba has a good start like this, as you see him maybe rotating around behind on mid.
Yep. No real way to... Oh, Dire Courier goes down to the Ricky up top, though, and there's no real way to kill this puck, right? Bulba's just coming here to be a nuisance, help Abed out a little. But
especially with the CM, it depends though. If the puck has used an illusory orb forward to nuke the wave, then say he doesn't have the mana, the Cog can potentially take the rest of his mana. And at the very least, you can force him to sit back a little bit and give your Shadow Fiend more breathing room.
Yep, and we'll see if Abed gives away that sentry still up. Yep. I mean, I'm pretty sure he knew it was, but my goodness, Mad, 2 hits, almost 200 HP. Courier does go down top, luckily for the Ricky. He's like, okay, I got us back a little gold. We're actually leading in farm now somehow. Yeah,
I thought Abed was going to wait and then try to bait him in and actually get a kill on him, but what do I know? The man's twice my MMR.
Yep, maybe he was just, I mean, nowadays it's all about getting that farm. And Mad is he's only 1.5 right now. He has got no experience. Uh-oh. Well, he didn't go for it. Would it have killed? No, I don't think so anyways. Absolutely wouldn't have, but gets the double raise. Unfortunately, his sentry ward goes down, and look at Ricky has 5 tails. He's like, I'm willing to chill. Derp gets a kill on bottom, but then Dubu, my bad, I missed that one. Bulba gets the other kill with Dubu rotating in, but that's your Legion commander dying and only a Crystal Maiden dying. Jack, remember what I told you? You got to yell at me if there's a kill happening and I don't see it. Unless you didn't see it too. You don't have to admit though.
That's alright, Grant. I don't want you to feel bad, man. You're my casting.
I want to feel bad. I'm camera. It's man,
camera's a tough task, man. Camera's a tough task. I've experienced this firsthand. I know what it's like, Grant. I commiserate with thee.
Yep. Oh, Matt steals the bounty. Oh, he should go for that other bounty and finally get level 2. Would be nice. I mean, you want levels on every hero, obviously. Ricky, level 1's nice because you just have that invis no matter what, but you need smoke screen eventually. You need blink strike to close some gaps.
The thing I like about Necro is he's another one of those just super annoying, like, obnoxious, toxic heroes, right? Like, it feels like if you kill him, you need at least, like, 3 heroes for the most part. Just because, like, he has that that early Ghost Shroud that makes him, like, you take off the right clicks. And then when you kill him, it feels like you take too much damage in the process, and he comes right back into lane and just starts doing Necro things again. So, very annoying in a lot of ways.
Oh, absolutely. Now, I mean, he went cloak first on Necro. No sort of anything, no regen or anything, just hits up that cloak. Interesting choice. Obviously, quills are physical damage, so it's not like, I mean, what's that cloak for? I'm just looking, I'm like, interesting.
The Rubik nuke is,
yeah, if he's
I guess it's the battery assault, right? I mean, compared to early HP, battery assault does a lot of damage.
True,
so
but
that's if he figures that's the only real thing that can kill him.
Now middle, possibly some going down. Abed's claritying up, bottling. We see a Crystal Maiden over here, level 3. Hasn't even skilled the second point in Aura yet. He goes for the Q. He wants a kill or some. Uh-oh. Bulba. Oh, and there we go. Coil's gonna come up. They're going into Abed. Mad Mang is here. Do we have? He has Blink Strike. He doesn't have anything else. Abed's gonna Fairy Fire up. Annihilate will end up getting the kill. Mad actually does, but it's a one-front trader. Now Mad needs to be careful. It's dusted up, but they'll get out. So that is a mid-for-mid trade. Mad picks up both floor positions, pick up the kill, actually. Who does that favor? Does it really favor anyone?
I think it favors Wheel. You want to reset the souls on the Shadow Fiend.
Okay.
The Puck got the experience from him dying.
Yeah.
So I think that definitely favors him. You don't want Shadow Fiend to just be comfortably in this position where he's kind of unstoppable in lane and just freely nuking everything out. I think you want to set him back as much as possible.
This'll come in handy.
And usually we see, actually, I've seen Dota the 2 play Necro a lot in the op lane. I see a lot of times he actually goes treads first. This time he is just going straight for that hood, not phase boots or treads.
It's almost Centaur-like, actually. Yeah. It's interesting.
And like that, just like that Shadow Fiend. Oh, the same... What? They placed the same Observer Ward again, and it... Like, why do you place that one again if your Ricky's rolling mid? You're going to assume they're going to have a sentry down in the same spot. That seems like a little bit of a misstep. Bottom lane. Ulti from KVH. Derp's nuking him down. And they're just going to run.
Yeah, it's almost like marking a territory. It's like, this is my land. I'm going to put my wards here. And DC's like, no, it's not, buddy. You gotta kill us up here if you want to mark your territory.
And now Derp could be in a little bit of trouble. He has boots now, but 405 versus... Oh, this could be a double kill. Forever taking a ton of damage. Can they bring him down? Doesn't look like they can. Gets to lift up. Cogs throws him out of it, actually. Bulba is... Oh, he's got the miss chance right now, so he can't even get out of his own Cogs, and KBH just gets away.
Feels bad when you miss attacking your own Cogs.
I was like... Oh, I almost spilled my water bottle there, but I was like, what is Bulba doing? Shouldn't he be out like battery assaulting people? And I watch him miss like 2 attacks. I'm like, oh yeah, Troll Warlord. Uh-oh, Mad has the vision on him, and he is hasted. Oh, he hastes him in. Does he just run out and tank it? Oh, he blink strikes. Nice play. Bulba's in a lot of trouble here. Luckily, Dubu. Oh, you might lose your clarity, bud. Nope. Just gonna run back. Abed nuking the wave.
Oh, the courier. Oh. Oh, he's gonna take the long way and see if it's flying, but yeah, it's not going over there.
And like he already gave up on it. He's like, ah, wait. Hastering goes down. He has phase boots now on the Ricky. That kill helped him out, and I thought I saw some. Yeah, Dota the 2 picks up his hood now. Very hard to gank, obviously, like you said. Bristle, sure, he doesn't reduce the quill damage, but he has that HP. Like, oh, he has the HP regen, pardon me. Uh-oh, and here, well, they're going to try it. A lot of damage. Oh, Cogs pushed him back. He eats it, and a full heal, full mana. They're going to try to keep going. I don't know if you want to. Doesn't he just turn around and kill Dubu with ulti?
Yeah, I think he does. There it is.
One more hit. Gets it. I mean, I'm a 2K caster, and even I saw that one coming. Just kidding. That was, that hood saved him. Hood perfectly saves him there and gets him a kill on Dubu, who...
Yeah, you worry about being bursted down as the Necro, right? Because, like, the long sustained fights go your way. So it's an interesting pickup, and then this is one of the things about Necro that makes him so annoying. Again, like, if you don't have the right heroes, or if you don't kill him in that small window, or if there's any kind of rotation, he just turns things around. You just get crushed.
And now we see KVH has rotated top about 600 off of getting that Vlad's, which makes the threat of Roshan a lot bigger, especially if Wheel possibly takes a middle tower. But unfortunately, that middle tower is standing strong for the Dire.
And the 2 is probably going to know that Shadow Fiend is here if he's very aware. He can see the presence of the Dark Lord aura on himself, so he's got to be careful. It doesn't look like he spotted that, however, Abed is going to get the kill on him. So.
Well, Bulba goes down in mid lane, but a far bigger kill bottom on that Necrophos. And they're going to siege down this tower. They do. I mean, obviously, Shadow Fiend does quite a bit of that. He went one... Why do you go 1 level of Presence of the Dark Lord over Necro Mastery? I guess just... maybe Theory crafted more damage? I've never seen it before, but maybe he's the only one who's done the math.
Let's see, 3 armor reduction instead of...
In an AoE. Uh-oh, Mad Mang in a lot of trouble here. He's dead.
Yeah, I mean, 3 armor reduction over 12 damage. I think it actually does end up potentially being more damage.
And it's for your whole team as well, so...
Right.
I guess if you're going to fight, it's not too bad.
Also gives Necro a chance to notice it and potentially escape, so it's that much more humiliating when he doesn't and dies.
Yeah. Dota 2 now going for mana boots. After that, he's going for the super tanky build. Surprised the 2. He doesn't want to waste his ulti. I would have loved to see him just cancel Mason's TP with that Reaper's. Just cuz.
Reaper Spite?
No, the Reaper's Spite. And Mad's back down here. Uh-oh, the Sentry. Is he gonna... Oh, gets both of them. Is he gonna kill it? Why isn't he killing it? Am I missing something? Is he giving it to Troll?
No. What you can do...
He just he was giving it to Troll, and then he...
No, I think... What is done sometimes is, like, sometimes if you know where there's an enemy ward there, instead of dewarding it, you allow it to stay there, and it's like kind of like a mind game thing. Like, they don't know that you know there's a ward there, and so they can play accordingly. Or
he just placed the sentry ward and killed it in the same spot.
Right.
They knew they had a sentry. They knew he saw the ward. I'm pretty sure they were saving for Troll and just failed.
Well, that was not the situation there, but
oh, and Forev.
It makes sense sometimes from a mind game perspective.
Jack, I appreciate your positive mindset there, but I think they just fucked up.
There's also times where, like, someone has placed a ward, and dewarding it, like, you know that ward is, whatever you deward is going to get put back up immediately because you don't have the map control to really contest it.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like, all right, if we both have wards there, that's fine. I can live with that because otherwise mine's just gone.
Yeah, we both saw that. No need to talk about Dubu dying. That seems to be... I feel like Dubu almost has replaced Piladai as the most suicidal person in the NA scene now. My man dies a lot.
He is like the poorest 5, right?
Yeah.
He's aspiring to the PPD throne, maybe?
Yeah, there's a few of them, right? You got Dubu, Piladai, and Stan King all play those very hard 5s now. Annihilate does have a Veil now. Oh, the hiccups, man, they're killing me. Derp, level 6. At least he has a win lace now. He can move. And look at this. He's going to be so happy. Oh, bounty rune at 13 minutes. Derp thinks he's in heaven probably on that Crystal Maiden. And now the 2. Almost level 10. You get strength. Man, 40 damage is a lot. But 8 strength is 160 life. That is quite a bit. I wonder what he'll go. I think he might go strength because he's building the tank build. But that damage is hard to pass up. It looks like they're going to try to go for young Mason up here. And there we go. They freeze him. They need to go from the front. Oh, my goodness. He blew up, Jack. That didn't even look like he was a bristleback at that point.
Yeah, and DC were smoke bottom, too. So they were waiting for somebody to come defend the safe lane tower and do the same thing, go for a 4-for-1. But instead, it was a timely maneuver there from Wheel, going for their own kill instead. And looks like they're going to reap the rewards of that top tower. Mid is also being pressured a lot by this puck, so it might go down soon.
Yep.
So pretty nice chain of events there for Wheel.
Yeah. Get top, nearly get middle, get that kill. Regen rune is bottom if the bottled Abed would like to take it. And oh, I like this. They did have the stacks there, and KVH is going to farm him up. Vlad's face, he's going to have that Blade of Alacrity after this as well. He's getting good farm, and people say Sven's a decent counter to Bristle. Troll's not terrible, right? If you get the Frostbite and you get him on the front with a bash, you're going to do a ton of damage.
Yeah, he's also potentially a Silver Edge carrier. I guess that
probably will be,
get it,
I assume. Oh, man. And we have Abed. He's farming Dragonlance, the normal build. Now, used to not be normal, sure is now. This is interesting. They're just leeching the experience of the Ancients, which I like. They need to be careful, though. There's a lot of rotations coming. Here comes Forev. Mad needs to get a smoke screen down, possibly. Whoa, has the silence off, can't duel. So they leech a little bit of that experience. Mason's like, whatever, I got the gold.
Well, they need to. I mean, Dubu's still level 4, and I think he's about to get level 5 off of this. Yeah, so he does need to leech some experience for sure.
Yep. And man, that ward saves Forev down here. Scouts out that the puck was running down here, possibly going for a kill. How does Wheel? Wheel, they're up right now, about 1K or more. But you're going to be going into Bristle late game, a Shadow Fiend late game, and a Legion late game. When do you want to see Wheel make the move?
I think they've
oh, no. Wheels in. Oh, he didn't cogs him in. He's just going to run away, but Dust comes out. He can smoke. He can use his ult, too. Buy some time. Dust. Yep. Oh, and he gets a duel, because if he maybe had a ward over here, he could have blinked over and the dust would have wore off, but that's a free duel kill up for Forev. Okay, let's see. Is he going the strength as well? I think Forev might go experience gain, but don't look dumb. No, he goes extra point, press the attack, actually. Neither of them. I was waiting. I was like looking. I'm like, huh, interesting.
It probably means he's not going to go for the experience game,
Yeah,
right?
if he skips it. Yeah. And Mason gets the deny on the tower middle. They have a hood. They have a vanguard. Nothing too... I mean, no one's going to play Bristle differently. They are possibly going on him. They are going to coil. They need way more than just Dota the 2 and I annihilate here. Yeah, that was a little aggressive there. Quills are staying at 5 on the puck. Abed clears the creep wave. Look at that. Okay, Derp. Y'all are actually crazy. On the back, they're actually going for Abed. Ulti comes out. That will kill him. They can't get the shrine up. He's going to get that ulti. Well, the ulti just pops automatically, I mean, and does a little damage, but that was a good uncommittal to the Bristle to go on the Shadow Fiend.
So the key there is just that ward for the wheel. Like, they see there's nobody else rotating in. Dubu had just TP top, no TP up on Bulba, and so it's just Mason and Abed, and they're like, hey, you know what? We get to this tier 1 tower, we can pick up some free kills here. Abed ended up coming in to try to bail out his buddy Mason, ends up instead tanking the Reaper's Scythe, so that's kind of the thing that we've seen from, the type of thing that we've seen from DC. Like, sometimes things look a little discombobulated for them. It's like, you know, what is the plan here? What's going on here? That was, I think, a pretty good example of that. Mason may not have even needed the help if he could get back up to the shrine, but instead, Abed comes in and tanks the gank for him, and that's not what you want to be happening.
Yep. And now Troll has a Yasha. I mean, the threat of Roche, it's just hard, even with Shadow Fiend dead, right? Because there is a Bristle, and Bristle can just run at you. It's like a possible gank coming from the smoke to Dubu and Prep. Blink Dagger up. Sub by Annihilate. This will be a great kill if they can get it. They get it, but no duel win. Still, the kill's what really matters. Damage is good, but you'll just take the kill at that point. Now Necro has a mech.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Interesting.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Looks like middle lane getting pushed in right now by the Dire Stars. Looking at Necro Science, who's buying and selling a bunch of stuff. He's gonna come in, heal. Man, he is really going after Mason. I know Abed didn't have souls. He has most of his souls back, but still not quite all there. Now we see Medallion of Courage picked up by the Bristleback. And is there a point in this game where the Bristle just gets too farmed, they can't deal with them at all? Or is it maybe like we saw in the NP versus... Was that as Planet Odd, where they just couldn't even late game? They couldn't deal with them eventually. Obviously, a better Silver Edge carrier in the Troll, but single coil use. He's gonna break it. Ult's gonna pop out from Abed. Ulti comes out on Mad, kind of stopped him. Once he gets the cogs off, nice smoke screen. Oh, overwhelming odds will be the end after the duel for Derp. They need to try to get out of here. They're gonna run. Hook comes in, and now Dota 2's in a lot of trouble too. He's right-clicking, and he gets thrown up. Heals coming out, not enough, and Dubu gets the heal stolen as well. And that was, why are they committing so much to this Bristleback in enemy territory?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Again, like, the vision was dewarded, but they can kind of see what the situation is there. You're fighting into the enemy shrine. If DC messes up and they don't have a proper rotation with all the heroes, then maybe it's a fight that Wheel takes. If they're off split farming somewhere, which is sometimes what you want to see from a Shadow Fiend or some of the other heroes, then it becomes a bit of a different situation. But the lineup of Wheel feels a little bit squishy. We talked about this before, where they're not the hardest to kind of run at and just take down. They are not good at holding the line. So
Jitsu Courier. I was watching Mad that whole time. Luckily, it was going to the side shop. I wonder what he was going to buy.
Yeah, he's got like a courier ward basically over here as well.
Oh, it looks like it was gonna be his whole Solar Crest is gonna get delayed a little. Well, not really, because it's not on a chicken. Luckily, he can just run over and buy it himself. But nice gold. Dubu top. Okay. Could be in a little trouble here. Mad does a lot of damage. Wraith Band, Aquila, and Phase Boots, but TP out. Smart play. Nothing too crazy happening on the map right now. Dota 2 still just trying to farm up. I don't know. It just feels like, once again, in a lot of these games we've seen, it feels like a team's on a timer, and then the other team just, as you say, the boa constrictor, slowly just gets them out. It feels like DC, I mean, it says they're down about 500 net worth, but their heroes are very, very strong in the late game. So is Troll, obviously, as well as even Necro once he gets like an Ags and stuff, but I mean, it just feels like they have a lot of work to do.
One of the concerns for a wheel is, like, how can they hold the line when it's an actual 5-on-5?
Yeah.
Like, they're very good at taking these kind of ganks and quick pickoffs. They just have that, like, super fast kill potential, like with the Necrophos and the Burst. But when it comes to an actual 5-on-5 and they're just running at you and both front lines are trying to fight, it doesn't feel like this Necro is going to be able to stand his ground very long. And if he goes down, I mean,
Dubo almost gets solo killed. On the other side of things, they're trying to run. Nice double hook. Duel's gonna come out on the Necro. He cannot throw any heals up. Will they be able to bring him down? Yes, sir, indeed. It is now gonna be a 3-for-1 trade, 3-for-2 now. Mad Mang is their only savior. He goes down. It's a 4-for-2 with Puck on the backside running away. And man, Dota 2, he needs to be so careful his positioning, right? Because if he doesn't get dueled, he gets so many heals off, gets an ulti off. They can easily win that team fight, but great job by Bulba with that hook.
yeah, he's also carrying all their utility items, so the duel is doubly harmful. I mean, he doesn't get off the hood, doesn't get off the mech, and those are just so crucial right now to surviving, like, the initiation of DC, and kind of extending the fight. So just awkward situation there, and he kind of can't help but frontline. Like, if you isolate the Troll on the front line and Necro's nowhere near him, then Necro can't really help save him either. At the same time, the Necro doesn't want to be up there like that, so it's tough. It's a bit of a tough situation. I think they expected to get maybe more out of the lanes and have more of a bullying, like, lane presence early on, because they are pretty, self-sufficient. The lane matchups themselves were decent for them, pretty good for them. So.
And there we go. Roshan taken by the dire side. Mason getting yoked out now, going Boots of Travel next for plenty of movement. So Dota 2, I mean, he's going for the 4 staff next. The thing is, yeah, who does frontline? Maybe we overlooked in the draft a little bit. There's not much to start a fight, right? You have a Puck who can jump in, give a coil, but what happens if Mason just turns on you or Abed just turns on you? Who's gonna soak up all that damage? Oh no, in middle lane, we've seen this time and time again. This Bristle getting gone on. They get a sentry down. Uh-oh, sentry versus sentry ward. Mad is gonna get stolen, but oh, Dyers is gonna stay up. Haster in bottom. Legion getting close to that blade mill, which gives him far more solo kill potential than anything else. Oh, forgot the net worth. 24 minutes in. You know how it is, Jack. Sometimes you just don't want to see net worth. But now I do. Abed pushing in bottom, little 18, Bristle is 16. They can't stop this push right now. Sanj is up on the Shadow Fiend, going S and Y next item, about 26 minutes. Did Dire Courage just die again?
Yeah.
Mad Mang again. Is that his third one? Middle lane. We actually have Blade Mill jumping in. They're getting scared. Nice ulti comes out. Get a blow up for Ev. Now Bulba's in a little bit of trouble. Doobie's here. Abed, get a hit him with a huge ulti. They're like, whoa, okay, let's not go in that way, huh? But now they are going back, and we see Bristleback rooted in the backside. Has Boots of Travel now. My man can soar. Yule's up in the area as Dubu. He's going to get bursted down extremely fast, and that's a 2-for-0 trade right now for Team Wheel.
The 2's got to get some armor. I think he should probably go for a Shiva or something.
Next, yeah.
The Puck is also a natural carrier of that, but anything that prolongs his lifespan in fights is good for them. And again, kind of a curious situation. Like, you see 2 heroes just pressuring that mid tower by themselves from Digital Chaos, and not a good position to be in. Just have to respect the initiation potential, at least, of a wheel.
Yeah. Absolutely. He had to go this 4 staff as well to get out of Cog, so maybe he wouldn't get dueled. So it feels like the 2. I mean, he's the Necro getting all the utility, but man, it feels like he needs 6 slots of utility at this point in the game. But that was a nice pick off the turnaround. We see the hook in. They try to get the duel off, but Mad, he's been all over the place. That smoke screen canceling it. Nicely done. There's an Invis rune bottom. They're like, all right, I annihilate. You want to move around with me, bud?
Smoke here. Our DC. They're gonna pointing into the woods. They're saying, you know, maybe we can find a straggler here farming by himself.
And looks like they might. Oh, this is the best kill they get. Hook in, duel in. I mean, no reason to TP. He's dead. That's a nice kill. And that's one of those kills. It seems like maybe the other, like, you know, tier 1 teams wouldn't just have a troll farming alone when there's no sentries down. It's just such an easy smoke gank. Now we see Mad right now on the Ricky. Moving around, trying to get a defuse. Almost has that second blade of alacrity. Dire killing the bottom tower, and they're going to go in. We have Abed still has the Aegis. We have Mason. He is as strong as it gets right now, even with the boots and trowel. That move speed, very high. He's not even, look, he's not even frontlining. He's like, nah, you got this, Abed. Solar Crest you. You have the Aegis. Doing quite a bit of damage to him. I'm actually really surprised he didn't Reaper him. I know he has the Aegis, but still just getting rid of it, right? Seems like it would open up a little bit on the map for him.
Yeah, it was an opportunity to get that kill. And, like, you know, Ricky is doing Ricky things, being disruptive, getting down deep vision, but Ricky is also a hero in some ways that doesn't really enjoy playing from behind.
Oh,
like,
absolutely not.
for an ideal game for you, like, enemies are spread out, you're able to pick off supports, you're able to assist on killing cores, you see him going for Dubu right now.
Nice.
And then you're able to establish deep map vision. But when you're behind as a Ricky, it feels a bit rough. Like, it's a tough game for him to make his presence
Whoa, and we have a
felt.
3-man coil? Alright. Telling them you guys aren't going to be farming for these next 6 seconds, let me tell you what. Bottle coming out from Puck. He's going for the Ags. Obviously, the Ags ulti, even much better. Troll, what are we looking at on him? He has the Yasha, he has a Shadow Blade. He is going for that Silver Edge now. The thing is, even with Silver Edge, do they have enough damage to bring down Bristle? If it's a straight 5-on-1, obviously, but with the help of his team, press the attack and all that, it just feels like Bristle is getting a little too strong.
Well, this is something we talked about yesterday, where like sometimes even with that Silver Edge, you don't have enough of a damage window to bring down like a hero who's still naturally tanky and builds tanky items.
Yeah.
But what it will do is, if it takes away the Bristleback, the Bristleback itself, the passive, that will allow Reaper Scythe to be able to run its course as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they can kind of burst him down in that small window, then certainly possible.
See if they try to do that. They still have about 800 gold to farm on KBH to get it up Dota to 2. And like you said, there it is. He has the plate mail. But he has Guardian Greaves queued up. So he went for the armor like you said. Not going for the shield. I think Guardian Greaves is a good choice. And he just gets the casual plate mail, which is extremely good versus all this physical damage on DC.
Yeah, it's a lot to ask for him to go the full Shivas, so he doesn't need to do that
That's
immediately.
a lot of farm,
but that extra 10 armor is very useful for him.
See Puck doing Puck things. Needs to be careful. Oh, nice Yules. Unfortunately, Farev thought the Puck was going to go down, but he went up. That was a 50-50, as they call it in the fighting game scene. He lost it, though. And now they're going to scan out. Nothing's there. Light of Heaven pinging out the shrine. I'm surprised I still have a job when Light of Heaven's analyzing. That guy, man, during TI2, if we're talking about Enigmas, whew, guy was the man.
Wind Ranger, man. You think if Light of Heaven was around these days, teams would pick more of that Wind Ranger support when you got Light of Heaven with the shackles?
If he's showing you how to do it, definitely. All we've seen so far is like VP's been playing it, but that's just because they're memeing around. Mad? Oh, he won. I bet he won that bounty rune. He would have been only about 600 off. He steals the haste rune, so Clockwork has to know something was up because he had vision on it. Now we see, Dubu? Oh my god, look at that damage. Gets lifted up, get a steal, actually the blink strike, so he's not gonna die. Oh, the jabait by Dubu. On the other side though, they're gonna instantly blow up Abed, maybe. Does he have it? He gets it. Scythe goes down on Abed. Now we're gonna try to get away. He still has mech up, has mana boots. Mason's frontlining. It is a 2-for-1, and they destroy Abed right when that Aegis goes down. Press the attack, flies out. Are they gonna find anyone else? Bulba's there. And wow. So that was a bait for the Ricky, but the Ricky was actually baiting the bait with that 3-man coil by Puck.
He baited the hate.
He baited the hate out of the bait. Yeah. That was nice.
Once the hate came, his team was free to come in and ravage that soft, squishy underbelly there of the Shadow Fiend, who I thought he had BKB queued up, but he had like 3,500 gold at one point. I thought he was going to go straight for it. He ends up picking up the Sanjin Yasha first, and so he did die there, but he'll have his BKB on this next Resurrect. So.
Yeah, but I mean, BKB's good and all, but you need to get that off before the puck hits you with the Ag's ulti, right? Now that he's picked it up, you get that off before BKB, you're still not running out of that coil without getting stunned.
Yeah, and I think Lincoln is also a pretty good choice this game. There isn't that much in the way of point click from Wheel to disrupt the Lincoln. So, if you're worried mostly about the Necro ult, then I think it could be a nice pickup.
Yeah. And here we go, KBH Silver. Okay. Oh, but Bulba spotted him out. He might have been able to go on Bulba. Unfortunately, Blade Mill makes it very difficult for you to kill him. Gonna scoop up that bounty rune. What were we looking at? We were looking at someone's talent points. Oh yeah, Legion ended up going to 7 strength. He goes to movement speed over damage. Now that's a little different of one. Obviously you want that move and be able to move around, but you're giving up 30 damage there. A little bit strange if you get the Blade Mill, right? Because you have so much solo kill potential, and that 30 damage actually does quite a bit. A lot of people actually have been picking up movement speed talents, just zooming around the map as we saw in the open qualifiers when BSJ got kited by the permanent 600 movement speed lifestealer.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was great.
That was a new take on race car lifestealer. That was like greedy race car lifestealer. That was like Bugatti lifestealer, I guess.
Oh man, Bugatti 420 lifestealer right there. Shout out to Miracle Chipmunk. Huh. Well, Smoke's getting canceled out by the Radiant, and they are getting the hell out of there. That's the thing, right? You want your carries to scale really well. Troll does scale well, but man, he has some garbage level 25 talents. Puck is going to coil middle. They're going to find Clockwork. They got to be careful. That Shrine's still up. Will they bring him down? Oh, that Solar Crest provides so much defense. And Mad wants to get out now. They lift him up. He is going to be sacrificed to the gods. He goes down, and the first TP being that Bristleback, that Solar Crest definitely enabled that kill.
Yeah, and with Necro not really in the picture, I mean, he doesn't have a blink. He's got a Force Staff. I'm not sure if you can really realistically count on picking up that kill there.
Yeah. And they get a tier 2 bottom though. KBH, nice split pushing. They're going to lose a tier 2 of their own. I don't believe they glyph this. They'll just wait for the tier 3 to do that. Mason picks up the Rax. Rax, what am I saying, Jack?
The tower.
The tower.
You're losing it, Grant. We've been at it for too long.
Nah, but let's be real. When Rax, I mean, RAX is actually a synonym and an antonym at the same time. Which means Rax stands for tower in the way that Rax, the R, stands for regulate. I got nothing, Jack. I'm just losing it. You're right. I'm really losing it, Jack.
I was getting really excited, Grant, because I thought you were going to go somewhere special and magical with that one. I had faith in you, Grant. Sorry, we got plenty more chances throughout the day.
Yeah,
as long as there's NA Dota, there will be a chance.
You're the anti-mage to my magic. You just shut me down. You didn't even say anything, but you shut me down. Uh-oh. They actually find Legion Commander who pops flame. Whoa! He is going to get ulted down by the Necro. 80 cents. He might need a buyback. He does. They have the shiny PP2. They will. KBH taking so much damage. He's disarmed by the halberd. Will he be able to get away? Bulba, though, taking so much damage. He gets the duel off on a Crystal Maid. I mean, you're going to get the dual damage. Even maybe does, but that's all you get. Is that enough for Roshan? Haste rune. Okay. Radiant might be able to fight this with that haste rune. Or is he just going to split push bottom? Oh, they see they're out of Roche. I mean, good fight, right, for Wheel? They get the buyback at a Legion Commander and they only lose a Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, not the worst. Not the worst. Roshan is incredibly important. It feels like these two teams are pretty close right now. If not just in net worth, but in how the fights are going. Like, the burst and 1 round potential coming out from Wheel is extremely important for them. If they manage to unload that 1 round of damage onto a key target, most likely the Shadow Fiend or even the Bristleback, the rest of the fight looks pretty good for them. But the sustain coming out from Digital Chaos, multiple rounds of spells, spell steals from the Rubik if he's even alive, the Shadow Fiend and Bristleback accruing more and more damage. It feels like they take longer fights at this point. So the Aegis is very important for both teams. If you get the Aegis on DC, then Abed or one of your cores is very difficult to, it's basically impossible to blow up, and he'll always be in the fight. Whereas for Wheel, it does give you a potential second round. You're not afraid that the troll goes down the first time. Yeah. He's going to be back up for the second fight, hopefully with one of the enemy heroes dead to Reaper Scythe as well.
Yep, and I think that's the biggest thing, right? If you don't have an Aegis, whoa, my bad, I missed the kill on Mad, who was doing Ricky things, trying to scout out and go away. And that's actually a way bigger kill because, right, he has Diffusal, he has Phase Boots, the extra 10 agility. He does a lot of damage with that ult by the Roche pit. You just throw that down, he's hitting everyone. All their mana's gone, that's a ton of damage. But now it's looking to be a pretty free Roche, maybe a tier 2 for it, let's see. It's a very dangerous push for KVH here because Bulba is already coming up, let's see it. I think they actually glyph this tier 2. Yep, they do. It's a smart play. And Bulba is looking.
Oh, he's got him.
Hogs, nice play. He didn't have hook up.
Yeah, and Forev knows that connected because he was able to get the move speed boost there from the overwhelming odds.
Actually, he's losing this fight. Abed's here now. They're not going to win the duel. Oh, my God. Sorry, I got a little loud there.
They had to bring in the cavalry for that one.
Forev almost just lost that 1v1. It was a 2v1 duel versus the Troll. He got the axes off beforehand, though, which definitely helped that out a little bit. But, oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he just manned up for a potential question mark duel right there.
I appreciated that. And if he has BKB there, for sure going to be a kill if he wants to pop it. But still, it's a pickoff. Troll just died, and you got Roshan. So as much as Wheel, it looked nice there, they lose their main carry.
That's a pretty crucial pickoff. And if they move fast enough here, which looks like they might, they could potentially force a buyback as well.
It's 30 seconds. Puck's going to do Puck shenanigans, try to slow it down. We see the 10% spell amplification for the wave clear, obviously.
Yeah, I like what Forev's doing here. Like, usually you would expect him to be pushing with the team. In this case, he's there. He's saying, okay, if you think we're going to 5-man, you think you can freely push our tower, I'm going to get a duel on you. And
yeah.
But I think he did get scouted out by Mad, so.
Yeah, and look at this. Bulba now has the gem. So, unfortunately, I believe that's how the Ricky died last time. He can't just roam around freely like he wants to. He needs to be careful. Oh, scoop up that bounty rune, though, son. Nice. Get it. Middle lane going to be pushed in now by DC. They have the Aegis. They have the Cheese. Obviously, that's one of the bigger changes that's happened in the last few patches, right? Cheese coming out in that second Roche.
Yeah, the quick Cheese is obviously going to help as well up against the Necro. So, like, if he feels that he's going to in danger of being bursted, he just pops the Cheese, and then all of a sudden, if you're committed into the fight already, Wheel, and you can't disengage, then you're just going to end up losing the fight.
Yep, and there we go. Press the attack. Solar Crest. Whoa, they force him in. He heals up. I think you definitely want to blow the ulti on Necro if you can get the Aegis even, but they can't. Good 4 staffs, and I believe it's going to be a 4-staff gaming type of game. Bulba's is still up. Abed used his own there. And it's just still scared. Look at how scared they are. This Necro ult is such a scary tool. They do get the tower. Like, they're this scared with a Bristle and an Aegis Shadow Fiend. And iAnnihilate's ready to hop on him, Peter Rabbit on a Sunday. But doesn't look like he will. Maybe stop some TPs. If they even want a TP, doesn't look like they are. Bulba hit them with the wraparound. Huh. Just slowing him down. Whoa. iAnnihilate needs to be careful for that hook, though. They're going to get coiled into place. It's Aghanims. Dota the 2 taking 10 damage. He's solar crested up. Nice ulti coming out from Mad, zoning him in the back. Oh, they are going to find Mason easily. Ulti big. Bristle has no buyback. He's going in the back line on KVH. Doesn't matter. Duel flies out. Dota the 2 isn't dying yet. He finally will go down. Abed, can they find him? iAnnihilate in the back. Kills Forev. They're going to trap him, though. Bulba's running. Look at him. He drops. Team Wheel? Not losing a Rax? What can Abed do here? Something crazy. Sometimes the craziest thing is dying in life, Jack, and he goes down. That is a 5, I believe, 4-1. Any buybacks? No. Straight up 5 for 1 there. Holy smokes. Only Dota the 2 falls down on that Necro and Jack. What does Wheel do? You can't just get kills and not capitalize. What do you do?
Yeah, you have the Troll here. So Troll's one of those heroes. You lose a big fight against him mid to late game, and you could just have a lane just bulldozed quickly. So the Troll is in a position to force some buybacks. Abed does not have his. Neither does Mason, actually. Yeah. So, in fact, right now, none of the cores up on Digital Chaos have buybacks.
Yeah.
So I think DC probably not anticipating this, but there's a Travels up on the Puck. So he can go up there and join the Troll if they want, and they might be able to take a lane out of this.
If they, I mean, I think they're nervous.
KVH is not going to keep going.
They're nervous of buybacks, right? Like, if you get caught out in a bad fight with buybacks,
Yeah, you don't want the clock hook into cogs and then the buyback to
exactly.
calm it down. But
oh wow, Dota the 2. He's not going for the armor anymore. The casual plate mill straight into the Reaver.
I think if you're Digital Chaos, you need to start that fight. You
Yeah.
can't allow a wheel to start the fight. And then if you look at the damage target, so what happened there was the 2 was able to get off that ult onto the Bristleback after they unloaded a bunch of damage onto him.
Yeah.
And then obviously that triggers the death pulse and like the constant healing and regeneration.
Yep.
And that made him that much harder to right-click down. When you talk about his armor, his greaves, he's going for a heart now. He's got a Reaver up. Abed then focused on right-clicking him down. And Abed, you know, it just took a little bit too long for him to do that. That allowed the rest of their team to be killed by wheel. And then it just, sooner or later, just turns into a lost fight. So whether it's the cheese use, whether it's the initiation, whoever gets that kind of first strike, I think they've got to take that fight a little bit better if they're going onto the high ground.
Yep. Absolutely. They didn't even get a Rax out of it. Just good playing. I mean, it's one of those skills you don't really talk about, even though it's so big. The level 4 smoke screen, like right on that hill, like we talked about last game, fighting the chokeholds. If you fight into that choke point with a smoke, like half your team's silenced if they're not BKB'd. It's real tough. And look at this aggressive smoke by wheel. I like it, but no one's showing on the map, so DC is definitely wary.
Yeah, they're going to pretend that they've like backed off and gone to deal with their waves, but you see the circles being drawn up by Digital Chaos. They see that mid wave isn't being pushed out, so that gives them some information. Also, like this deep ward that they have tells them that there's nobody in that area or maybe transitioning from jungle to jungle. So
Bulba, no gem. Mad. Oh,
those illusion
they get
runes.
him. That might have saved him a kill. And look at Derp's like, nah, I'll just push out top 2 even. So he gets pushed in with that crystal. Will we see a hook? Nope. That could have been real bad. Dota the 2 is kind of straggling behind middle as well. Could have easily been a kill on him, but Mad scouts out the smoke. Level 2 defusal now. He does damage. Like, even with just these items on a Ricky, he does damage. And he doesn't die, right? He's doing the damage while he's hidden in, I don't know, God knows where, the Shadow Realm or something. And there it is, just a straight-up Dagon 5. He just bought it all at once. I know he had, like, 5K gold. He must have had at least 8K. That is Dagon 5. I really like that because obviously Bristle, he's a good target, but it now gives him kill potential with Reaper Scythe, Dagon 5, Veil to blow up every hero, including Abed, who's 2.7K, but Veil, Dagon 5, Reaper, you're dead, man.
Yeah, with the Puck late game itemization, you either go for that, I guess, Hex for more control, or you need some kind of more consistent damage output as you're running around and constantly being able to cast this. And
yeah,
going straight for that Dagon 5. It's got a 15-second cooldown
and nuts.
An 180 mana cost for it.
And he has the 420
at 800 range.
Yes,
so.
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, 420 gold per minute. He's going refresher now. Double ulti Aghanim's. Sounds pretty damn nasty. Derp. Solar Crest, we've seen him been using it. He is getting a Force Staff next. Does he actually have it or just a recipe? Wait a minute. Yeah, he has it. Wow. Derp getting his farm on. He went 125 cast range over the really high 250 HP on Crystal Maiden. I like it. Just get that max Q. He's been pushing out waves. I mean, the W, even the Solar Crest, right? Like, just the longer range Force Staff. It's just good in general.
Yeah, that 100 health is going to melt fast if heroes are on top of him. So the cast range basically doubles the survivability for a hero like that.
Yeah.
You want to be able to be in a bit safer way when you cast your spells. Ricky's going for that Blink Dagger. That's going to make him very difficult to kill.
Yeah.
And he's only died 6 times this game. It feels like he's died a lot more, but with that gem up, so the ideal pickup there for Ricky.
Oh, and this Roche is dropping. What the hell? There's a cheese chilling. We're just going to have 2 cheeses chilling. Gorgonzola, some cheddar. What's your favorite kind of cheese, Jack?
Whatever goes into the cheesy gordita crunch.
Pretty sure that's
just kidding. My favorite is Swiss. I like Swiss on everything. Tastes great on sandwiches. I mean,
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure the cheesy gordita crunch is literally cheese sauce made by, like, poisoned calves at the freaking country club down the road. I don't know if you want to be eating that.
Poisoned calf cheese. Oh, man, it could be worse than poison. You know, there used to be an SAT question is about cheese. About this, it's like this weird paragraph, and there's like this cheese in Italy or something that's like purposely rotten or whatever, maggoty or infested. And it's like a specialty. So you know, I forget the name of that cheese, but that one's got to be up there on the list. I've never tried it, and I probably never will.
I've heard about it.
Don't know too many people getting married in Italy, but that seems like a very glorious cheese to attempt.
I mean,
I'll stick with Swiss for now.
Yeah, that's smart. Think about blue cheese. It's purposely rotten cheese as well. Like it's blue. Cheese isn't blue, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. Most foods aren't really blue unless you're talking about those time travel crystals that we ingest.
So 5,200 needed to pick up this MKB, and that's without having buyback. When he gets that MKB, that boy's going to be hitting hard. Dota the 2 has his heart if he doesn't want buyback as well. That's the thing. This is that point in the game where you always want to have buyback, but if you save buyback, you don't have items. You don't have progression, right? And if you're on the back foot, that's real bad. Because, like, if you die with no items and buy back, you still have no items.
Yeah, it's like if you're screwed and you're still screwed.
Excellent, Jack. That is a very good point.
Is that an adequate summary of the idea you're trying to express?
I would
Grant?
say it's like if you're screwed, a hammer won't be able to get you out of that screw hole, is what you were going with. Well, Abed farming middle. Forev here pressing the attack on the haters. He wins 7 armor over the 10% proc chance. Actually, we've seen almost everyone get the proc chance. Just that extra sieging mobility, I guess. Like, he's not really getting duels off in the backside anymore. Like, they are too scary to jump on. They're going, here we go. We have 1 cheese up on the bristle. We have Aegis up on that young man. Another cheese on the Legion. Gem on Legion as well. And here we go. Do Wheel give this racks up? Oh. They need to kill that sentry ward. They see it.
But the creep.
That hurts for Wheel. They need to get another sentry down like immediately so this troll isn't spotted out. And
I've noticed a lot of like close triangulation of wards. Like if you look right now at the DC wards, like both teams have done this, right? Where it's like 3 wards in kind of like the same area. It's a little bit odd. So if they're going to go high ground this time, I think they need to have a different game plan for taking this fight. Like I still think they need to start this fight somehow and not just give Wheel a chance to drop a round of damage plus the Reaper Scythe onto whatever target they wish.
Forev vision, the gem will see him. He wants a silver at someone. They just back out. Okay. Uh-oh. Forev gets the duel, and it is on Necropose, the exact hero they need. He is getting handled by KBH, so here comes Abed's ulti. It's going to fly Dota the 2. Gets instantly re-healed. KBH has to run away, though, taking a ton of damage. No one has died yet. Puck's in the air like his hands just don't care, but he is lifted up. He is going to go down. He has buyback. Instantly does it. Shadow Fiend taking a ton of damage. Mason goes down to the Reaper Scythe. He is dead for 130 if he doesn't buy back. Cogs, oh nice, Puck gets around it, boop, hits him with the Dagon. Gonna take off that Aegis. Are they gonna keep fighting? Yo, KVH David. Oh, buyback from Bristle. He has boots of travel, and look at this, Bulba pops up that blade mill. Is this gonna be a full 5v5 fight again with buybacks? Use Dagon. Blast Bulba down with that Veil. They're actually going to find him. That's a huge ulti from the Ricky. Abed's going to be able to run away. Mason is just going ham in the front line right now because no Silver Edge. Bulba, though, in a lot of trouble. Will he get healed? Nope. Axe is going to fly, hit him. Mason going in. Duel comes out onto the Troll Warlord. He is going to go down. He has buyback. Legion Commander does not. Do they need to do anything? Dota the 2 just healing up again. Such a long fight, and only 4 kills happened.
So DC did get the initiation this time. Unfortunately, Abed was too far behind the cogs. Like he didn't really get to unload any kind of right-click damage. He started channeling the ulti immediately, and then Mason had just replaced his pipe, I believe, with the Shivas. And so with the pipe gone, he had that much less resistance against the Necro ulti. And Necro just kind of dumped it on his face right there. And that, you know, with the end of Mason, it's very hard for them to continue taking the fight. So. DC got a bit better initiation. Those are the kind of conditions they want to fight, but the Shadow Fiend needs to be in damage range. They need to be able to bring down the Necrophos, I think, in the first round of spells. Otherwise, the fight becomes very difficult.
Like we just saw, it was a 2-for-2 trade, obviously, but look at Wheel is up 3k gold now, and they lost the last 2 Roshans. It feels like they've been sitting in their base more than the Dire, but they're slowly getting the gold lead.
Yeah, as long as you win the big fights, I mean, that's huge for the gold, right? And this is another reason I think something like a Lincoln Sphere needs to be on the list of pickups for Digital Chaos. Again, there aren't that many things that break Lincolns.
Yeah.
The Dagon adds to that as well. Obviously, like the Ricky Blink Strike as well, and the Crystal Maiden. But if you have that Lincoln Sphere, let's say you use it at a critical time to protect Mason or give him space to back up.
Yeah.
That makes it much harder for the ult to come in from the 2. The 2 getting off a good ult onto a Bristleback or a non-Aegis carrier, it just ends the fight, it feels like at this point.
If you get on that Shadow Fiend or even possibly, I know mostly Shadow Fiend you as well as Bristleback, just if you kill those heroes, they just lose like a lot of, pretty much 50% of their damage. It's those 2. And Mason? Uh-oh, they're going into him. They're going to instantly cast it. It won't be enough. Duel comes out. Oh my goodness, Troll Warlord goes down. That is going to be a Blade Mail. Troll Warlord still has the buyback. Puck goes down, does not have buyback. They can't even bring down the Bristle, has no HP. They are getting sieged, and just like that, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs for Team Wheel. Will they bring down the 2? My man's healing up, has a Force Staff, gets away. Will that last one be enough? It is not. He Ghost Shrouds it off. Heal, Blade Mail. He's trying to Blade Mail the Heartstopper. I don't even know if that works. Raze comes out. I can't believe this guy's still alive. He's going to pop one more heal. What? That plate mail. The value plate mail. He can't do the Ghost Shroud.
Oh,
he has another
man,
Force
the
Staff.
Ghost Shroud into heal, and Artie's going to get away.
What? Did he just... He might have saved him the game right there, because they're not pushing the racks right now. Mason's trying to... They spent so much time. They're going to lose the racks for sure. This top racks should go down. But if they only lose one, look at Dota the 2's already healed back up. He's got the heart. My God, that my boy comes through with it. Uh-oh. I mean, come on. You can't kill him on your side. You're not going to kill him on their side. Raxes are going to get glyphed up. No buyback Puck. They don't want to buyback on anyone, but they might. Oh, man, the 15 saying buyback on Troll. That would feel terrible. I don't think they can. Maybe they just lose 2 Raxes.
Yeah, Necro's got ult, but he's got no damage in which to allow him to use that. Mason has to be careful here, though, because if he does die to Necro ult, he's out of commission for, what, 150 seconds, I think?
Yep, and look at, he thought about ulting Abed. He definitely might have been able to. Troll's back, Ricky's back. We see both Raxes died top, 1 died middle, almost 2. The Siege unit. God, Siege unit's putting in work. Are they going to kill it? Finally. Bash up on Ricky now.
Cardi is stronger than ever, my friend.
Dude, he really is. Have you, why? Not why. The mistiming of Wheel, right? They thought if they ulti the Bristle right away, he can't do anything, right? Necro ulted, and they thought they could get enough burst damage on him. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. I think you need to get Troll to Silver Edge, hit him, and just stack some damage first, then do it.
Well, that was just a clutch duel by 4F.
That too.
I mean, with the Blade Mail just totally interrupting that source of damage. Like, they tunnel visioned a little bit, I want to say, onto the Bristleback. But it's perfectly understandable. If you do manage to get the Reaper size onto the Bristleback, you might be able to just end the game right there.
True. But also, Troll Warlord not hitting BKB was a big problem, right? He's still at 9 seconds. He didn't use it last fight. He used it on that first fight, which definitely is a problem when your Troll is doing that. 7-second Whirling Axe cooldown. My man throws him out every 5 seconds. That's a lot of permanent mischance if you don't have an MKB, right?
Yeah.
And once again, he didn't have that off last time because he didn't have this BKB. There's definite chances for Wheel to still take it. They're only down by about 500 net worth. This next Roche could be big. Obviously, DC takes it so quick, but so will Troll if he gets in there. But Wheel has not even gone or contested a Roche yet, really. Meanwhile, the 2 has that heart. He's going Ethereal Blade. Obviously increases damage. Is that really the item, though?
I like the pickup a lot
like
for him,
it?
actually.
Why?
For one, it amplifies the Puck's damage and his own ult. For 2, most of DC's damage is right-click. They have no magical damage to speak of whatsoever, unless you're talking about a Shadow Fiend ult. So the Ethereal Blade, like, you saw them trying to kill him just now.
Yeah.
That's going to make him even that much harder to kill. Also, it's good against a Legion commander. If the Troll is caught, say, without BKB or in a vulnerable position, you just Ethereal Blade him, and they can't right-click him, and he can't kill himself to Blade Mail. So I think it's actually a very nice pickup in this situation. I'm not sure what the alternatives would have been. Maybe you're talking about something like an Aghanim Scepter. Maybe like if a fight goes a little bit longer, he has a second round of that. But I really like the Ethereal Blade pickup here. I think it's great.
Okay, yeah, like you said, I really would have liked like maybe a Shiva's into Ags, just because Ags, man. Not like you've seen how long these fights have gone. 25 seconds. He is getting 2 ults off no matter what in those fights. So maybe even if you miss that first one like they did top, I mean, you get a second one there in like 20 more seconds.
Well, one of the prerequisites of him getting a second ult off is having the damage to bring someone low, and that requires the troll being alive.
True.
And so he wants to focus on keeping the troll alive at this point so that he can have a second ult of consequence.
Yeah. That is very true as well. Blink Dagger now, the item of choice. Why do you go Blink instead of just getting the MKB? Obviously, you want the mobility, but is he wants to stand in the back while Necro initiates with that and then just blink in, so he is, feels like it's a tough item to use this game.
Yeah, it is. It's not the normal situation where you see trolls get blinked to like close the gap on like a sniper or something, right? Just gets the backline and just chop them up. But it's a situation where he feels a little bit afraid being like in the very front and getting dueled.
Yeah. And
so he wants that little bit of extra mobilities where he can suddenly come in with the damage. Again, I don't think it's the best pickup, but it does make some sense here.
Yep. All right. I'm fine with that answer. 3 defusal charges left on to Ricky. Goes for the cast range. Oh, man. He has some nice level 25, and they have a smoke. This is the smoke, possibly maybe a complexity wraparound down bottom. But Legion, oh, my. Do they have a gem on anyone on Radiant? Yeah, they do. Oh, they see each other. The gems actually just see each other right there. He's going to ulti because he gets scared. Uh-oh, I Annihilate. Oh, he gets the BKB up. He gets the duel. That is not good. We see I Annihilate fall down. Matt squaring up on him. Does he win this? No, he doesn't. No, he does not. Bottom lane now. Shadow Fiend actually taking a ton of damage right there. Look at, is he just going to ulti him? Oh, it doesn't have. Oh. Sup, Athblade? Yeah, sup, Athblade? Jeez Louise, my man. And look at it, he just pops it again. They do get the tower, though. Man, if that Ricky killed Forev here, they might not be taking this push. He does it. Nice aggressive 4-step forward. Oh, the Glimmer. We forgot about a Glimmer Cape pickup. Canceling the Necro ulti here. Bristleback. Okay, they're just going to hold him in place. They need to do something. Silence comes out. BKB comes up. Here comes KB. It's trying to square up. Just runs away. One Rax left alive. Go to the twos in a ton of trouble. Can he heal up this time? He gets dueled. He goes down. No buyback. This is looking like good game. Wheels tournament life could be over, and it is. It is. And you're probably saying, Grant, why are you sad? Don't be. I'm sad because, as you said, Jack, this is an up-and-coming team. They beat Complexity twice, once during the round robin, once during the first tiebreakers, and in a matter of seconds, they're out.
Yeah, that's how quickly the runs can come to an end. But you know, another step in the growing process, I think, for these young players. A good learning experience. So you saw the Lincoln Sphere coming out at the end, like the crucial timing on that. Bulba gets it. He puts it onto the Shadow Fiend right when it seems that it's time to drop the ult on him. They have nothing else to be able to cancel it. Nobody else is alive. So I think this is a very interesting game, like pretty well played in some senses by both sides. Like I feel like they did, for the most part, the things they needed to. And you know, even if the execution is not perfect, like the game plan was sound, I think, for both teams.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely, I agree. Wheel, unfortunately, I believe, is completely out now. There's no way, right? Because they've lost 2. Wait,
yeah, it's going to be the winner of DC and Complexity is going to be.
No, I don't think there is DC Complexity because remember, 2 teams qualify. So
yeah,
they are completely out. I don't think that match is going to get played. And yeah, I will agree. It was just very good plays. I thought Wheel was done near the beginning, and then we saw those ults, the 2, very good. I mean, he's definitely got to watch out for. I Annihilate, man. They all played really good. Even Derpter, my man, was level 21 on a losing Crystal main. Well, unfortunately, that is the end of Wheel's run. So we have now, coming up on the main stage back at Beyond the Summit, it is going to be Planet Odd, Team Freedom, Complexity, as well as DC. So a lot of teams people thought were going to be in it, and these are going to be best of 3s coming up. No one's going to qualify today, but they set up for tomorrow. Best of 5 finals will help someone. So head on over to Beyond the Summit, and like Jack always used to say, when the moonlight strikes your eye, that's amore.